Maybe the upbringing didn't work there, or what's up?
Right.
You know, it was always try and get along with everybody. Green eggs and ham, you know, everybody's different. And I grew up during desegregation, not segregation. Okay, so it's not like was sheltered from other cultures or races, you know, from a very young age. And my professionalism beyond that prevents me from saying stuff like that anyway.
So I can look you in the eye right now and ask you,
Yes.
if you are a racist, what would be your answer?
No,
You do not hate black people.
I do not hate anybody.
He was released from jail 1 month after this interview on a $100,000 bond. His trial began on August 19th of 2019.
Are you still exclusively rehabilitating criminals and murderers like this? Yes. Even this guy, yes.
One of the most high-profile trials in the Bay Area will officially get underway.
Michael Drake's attorney will argue that Drake fatally shot Marquise McLaughlin in self-defense.
ABC Action News reporter Jasmine Stiles joins us live now from Clearwater with a breakdown of the jury.
At 8:45 this morning, prosecutors and the defense will give their opening statements to 6 jurors. We know that they are mostly white and none of those jurors are black. It took about 2 days to whittle down the large pool of potential jurors.
And watch his reaction when he finds out in the interview that Mr. McLaughlin had expired. He's not celebrating. He's not proud. He's not happy. That shows you that it wasn't his intention or his desire to take a human life. He did what he thought he had to do.
Wait, what the fuck does that mean? Like, well, I mean, he still shot him. Like, what is that? What, like, he wanted to nudge him in the right direction with a gun? That kind of fucking sucks as a defense, by the way, because, like, it's almost worse that he didn't, like, unload his entire fucking, it's almost worse that he didn't do a mag dump, okay? Because, like, then you kind of fucking give the game away, that it wasn't actually, like, that threatening of a situation. You know what I mean? Like, oh, so he just wanted to, like, nudge him in the right direction, but with his gun. You know, that's definitely, at the very least, fucking manslaughter. Straight up.
In the moment, in split-second timing, given that he was attacked. It's not a high-definition video. You heard their own experts say it was standard definition. We don't even know the age of the cameras that captured the images. But clearly, it's not the best images. And we heard about this.
Yeah, not the best images for you, like, for your client, because, you know, he got caught on him. But split second, by the way. Dude was literally walking back, by the way. Split second, though. Jesus Christ. I can't believe the lawyer's defense can be whittled down to, well, Your Honor. I mean, this is before the time where this could have ever even happened, but Your Honor, as the youth say, you know, this person was caught in 4K. Well, guess what? He was not caught in 4K. He was caught in 144p, so it's not enough to convict, I think. I mean, what is this? The camera's really old. It's really grainy footage.
Impression artifact. You're going to see that there's some wavy lines when you watch the video in the deliberation room.
I just want to let you know that given how much what we saw in this entire altercation and how many people defended the dude, kind of, like, even said, like, oh, the dude shouldn't have pushed him, blah, blah, blah. I just want to let you know that if there wasn't a camera there, there is 0% chance that that dude would have gone to jail. Okay? 0, motherfucker.
You're going to see this little wavy lines over the shoulder of Mr. McLaughlin at one point, on the grill of one of the cars at one point. So it's not completely representative of what occurred. And it's certainly not high definition representative. Color seems to be off, very, very low color. You heard the store owner say that Mr. Draca came in every day. He didn't know he carried a weapon. Mr. Draca never...
Bro, this motherfucker's like, yo, this wasn't IMAX ready. Like, we can't watch the murder in IMAX. So, I mean, who's to say the murder even happened? Some could say that he's alive to this day, actually. This is an incredible defense. I had not heard this before.
Say, hey, I got a gun. I carry a firearm. Had no idea. And how did you describe Mr. Draca? He said he was always calm. And in this video interview, he's calm. Seems a little depressed, calm. He doesn't seem proud or excited or anything like that.
Bro, he literally badgered this fucking woman and then pulled out his gun on a dude who was walking back and shot him.
Very calm. Everyone that described him said he was calm, cooperative, nice guy. He had no time to think. He had no time to analyze the situation. He was attacked. He was blindsided. He says that. Listen to him in his interview. Those clips the state didn't play to you. So I just hope that as you go back and deliberate on this extremely, fundamentally important constitutional issues, remember we live in America. Mr. Draca is presumed not guilty.
Your Honor, Hannibal Lecter was extremely calm as he ate those victims. Extremely calm. I mean, how can someone who is calm ever do a murder? I'm sorry, did you say? Yes, he ate the victims, but he did not want to waste their the meat. He was very calm, Your Honor.
Unless the state is able to overcome that presumption by evidence and testimony, we respectfully submit to you that that has not occurred in this case, that there is reasonable doubt. Common sense tells you that. We know how divisive this case is. Mr. Draca did what he thought was necessary to terminate a threat, a clear threat against his life. And as I said, when you go back and talk about it, ask yourself, if Mr. Draca hadn't pulled the gun and fired, what would have happened to Mr. Draca? Mr. Draca was the victim here.
What?
That's the sad part. The victim, the true victim, has become the defendant in a very serious criminal case. His life and liberty are at stake here on your decision. Think it through. One man is already gone. Do we want to take another man's life away from him on this kind of evidence when there's this kind of doubt in the case?
That's insane. I mean, there's a murder caught on camera and he's like, well, you know, the camera footage was bad. Are we really going to send him to jail? That's literally what he just said. The camera footage had squiggly lines and not a lot of color. Are we really going to send a man to jail over fucking murdering someone on camera like that, dude? That's crazy. It's almost as crazy as running an ad at the top of the fucking hour at 5 p.m. Pacific. For 1 minute. Oh, Jesus Christ. That was good. Fuck. A lot of you guys got. It's fine. It's okay. If you'd like to no longer see the fucking ads, dude, listen, if you'd like to no longer see the ads, all you need to do is subscribe. You can do it for $5. Or you can subscribe for free with a motherfucking Twitch Prime, dude. You can do that. The thing you can do. Okay? Or you can use a ad blocker or a VPN. Make yourself seem like you're watching from Somalia or some shit, you know? Here's the 1 minute ad now.
Thank you for your time.
What we have to do as the state of Florida is prove beyond a reasonable doubt that that defendant committed the crime of manslaughter. Now, what is a reasonable doubt? Here is a story that I tell in closing arguments. Admittedly, it might sound silly, but it's to demonstrate what is and what is not a reasonable doubt. So let's say that you're walking your dog at night, and it's Florida, of course, and you hear some thunder, you see some lightning, you smell the rain, you go to bed. You wake up, water everywhere. Okay? Beyond a reasonable doubt, it's been proven that it rained. Now, is it possible that a helicopter went over the neighborhood, go into some forest fire, dump the bucket of water over the neighborhood? Is it possible the sun's not going to rise? Okay? But that's not reasonable based on the evidence. The evidence is there was thunder, there was lightning, the smell of rain. When you look at all that, it's been proven beyond a reasonable doubt that it rained. And one of the most important things that you do not leave when you come into a courtroom is your common sense. So common sense tells you that it rained. Now, can you speculate this? So let's say that you have some kids in the neighborhood. Let's say there's 3 kids. You got Allison, you got Alyssa, and you got Timmy. Okay? And Timmy's the...
Oh, they really letting everybody be lawyers and prosecutors in Florida, okay? I just I don't know what's going on down there. I mean, they literally let Jeffrey Epstein get away with doing, child sex trafficking. I really don't understand what the fuck happens in Florida. Just everything is wrong, dude. How is this a part of the country? Just anytime I fucking see Florida shit, I'm like, what is wrong down there?
The terrible one in the neighborhood, and he has the super soaker gun, and he likes to spray that super soaker gun everywhere. Now, can you speculate that he took that super soaker gun, went all around the neighborhood when you were sleeping, and sprayed water everywhere? Well, sure, because you can speculate about anything. But is that reasonable based on the evidence? Thunder, lightning, smell of rain? Absolutely not. That's not reasonable. So when you look at the evidence, now the evidence in this case came from that witness stand, and it's from all the exhibits up there. When you look at all of that, we've proven beyond a reasonable doubt that that defendant is guilty of manslaughter. To prove the crime of manslaughter, the state must prove the following 2 elements beyond a reasonable doubt. Number 1, Marquise McLaughlin is dead. No issue with that. Unfortunately, number 2, Michael Draka intentionally committed an act that caused the death of Marquise McLaughlin. Okay? So, did he intentionally shoot him? Yes. The way this case has been framed for you is whether or not this defendant was justified in shooting Marquise McLaughlin. But I'm going to frame it a little differently because based on the evidence, and really here's the million-dollar question. We've heard so much evidence, okay? But here's the million-dollar question you need to ask yourself. Was this defendant justified in shooting a man that came out to protect his family while he's retreating, while he was unarmed? That's the million-dollar question. It was the most perfect shot he could take. Hit him right here, traveled through his lung, through his heart, rested on the other side. The most perfect shot he could take. Didn't hit him in the toe, foot, knee, calf, thigh, stomach. The most perfect shot. Did he reasonably believe, as Marquise McLaughlin was backing up and turning to go into the store, that he was about to die? Because that's what that instruction says. Did the defendant reasonably believe he was going to die as Michael McLaughlin backs away when that firearm comes out? Did the defendant reasonably believe he was about to suffer great bodily harm? Was he about to be beaten to a pulp as Michael McLaughlin went backwards? Was he about to die? Was this defendant about to die or be beaten to a pulp when he took the first step back? Absolutely not. What about the second step back? Absolutely not. He's getting farther back. What about the third step back? Absolutely not. What about when he turns to go to the store? Absolutely not. And when you look at those still photographs, you'll see that Michael McLaughlin's foot is facing where he wants to go. And the only reason his eyes are on that defendant is because he's looking at the firearm that's about to kill him. His entire body is saying, I give up. I'm leaving.
Bro, this dude is just sleeping.
Pay attention to this, which I'm sure you already have. When the defendant's on the ground, you could see both Robert Castelli and Michael McLaughlin start to move before the gun comes out. They both
This is
simultaneously recognize that he's pulling a firearm. And before that gun is even out, Michael McLaughlin is retreating. Watch the video, you'll see it.
Actually really good. But it's not in color. I can't really tell. Yeah. It's a fucking miracle this case ended in a conviction. Yeah, everyone was saying it was political at the time too, by the way. Yo, but I'm sorry. Why'd he shove him? No, motherfucker, you're not sorry. He shoved him because while he was running up on him, he said, "Get the fuck away from my wife." Or "Get the fuck away from my girl." He literally, one, verbally warned him, and two, rolled up to him, probably not realizing that he was going to fly the fuck off. And lastly, none of that is justifiable for fucking murder! Family's in the car. His wife is getting harassed by some random dude. He walks out of the store. Says, "Get the fuck away from my girl." Those are the words he said. He pushes him. His not wife, his girlfriend. Doesn't matter. Significant other. I don't know, man. The dude attacked him. Obviously not justifiable for murder, but should he be tried for murder? No. Yes. Yes. This dude he murdered this person, like, in front of your eyes. This is the video in which he ends up murdering him in the next, like, second. That's fucking murder, dude. What the fuck are you talking about? You are saying, should the murderer be charged for murder when we already have, like why are you trying to justify this so fucking hard? You just said it's not justified for murder. Why wouldn't he be on trial for murder? Like, do you mean like as in first degree murder? Like premeditated murder? It's a lot harder to stick if that's what your question is. That's why he's on trial for manslaughter instead. Now, again, this question is insensitive to the situation, but in terms of law, does it matter who he was killed in front of? Like saying he was killed in front of his girlfriend? No, that's important for the fucking jury to understand the severity of the instance. I really think that in a perfect world, anyone who's like trying to fucking justify a situation should never be able to own a gun. I'm not even kidding. Like, you literally should not be able to own a gun. You are exactly the type of person, just like that dude, who should never have a gun. Because honestly, like, the reason why you're defending him is because, like, you would probably do the same thing in that situation. And that's kind of why you carry a gun too. And that's a lot of fucking gun owners who have this fucking idea in their minds. Unfortunately, it's pussies that go out and purchase guns like this. He did this 3 other instances, so much so that one of the fucking sheriffs or one of the detectives on the case literally was like, you have to push a manslaughter charge on this guy. They took it to the state attorney after the other sheriff let him go. He did this 3 times. He instigated in 3 separate instances, walked up to people with a gun and tried to use it. He threatened 2 women, 3 instances. 2 of them were women. If you don't think that this motherfucker wasn't preying on women that he could just like, end up getting a legal kill with, I don't know what to tell you. But hey, the video footage was squiggly. He kill anyone else? No. Remember, this was a woman too. He originally started this altercation badgering a woman. Kind of weird. What did he do to get pushed? He was harassing this dude's girlfriend, significant other, and his children were present as well. A woman parked in a handicapped spot and he has handicapped loved ones? No shot. No shot, dude. Are you telling me he's a disability activist? That's why he fucking murdered someone? I mean, come on, dude. That's so fucking stupid. It's bait, don't ban. Of course I'm gonna ban that, dude. I mean, this motherfucker is literally parked illegally. Like, what are you talking about? There are people out there who purchase a gun and want to get, and I've talked about this in the Kyle Rittenhouse case, they fantasize about getting what is known as a legal kill. Okay? They want to be put in a situation like the hoorah dipshits who fantasize about shooting looters in the aftermath of a natural disaster. These are people who are looking for a legal kill, like, I wish a motherfucker would mentality. Okay? It's monstrous behavior. It's the same kind of behavior amongst, like, conservatives who fantasize about driving through a crowd of Black Lives Matter protesters. The only difference is, in most other countries, you'd go to jail. In America, it's built into the law that, like, you could kind of get away with it, especially in places like Florida. This is, after all, 6 years after the George Zimmerman case, where George Zimmerman murdered Trayvon Martin in Florida. So he probably thought, like, this is something I could do. George Zimmerman is still seen as a hero by a lot of racist assholes. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention this, but just like how there's the Castle Doctrine and Stand Your Ground laws, a bunch of Republican states have also made it legal to drive over protesters now. So, just remember why the fuck these things happen. Okay? For the love of God, finish the video. Man, shut the fuck up. Like, I'm a political commentator. This is a high-profile political case with a significant amount of racial undertones. There's clearly chatters who keep asking me questions about, like, asking me fucking idiotic questions in regards to like the incident. Like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking talk about this, dude. Anyway, fuck, man. All right.
And when the gun's out, he's in full retreat, and he can't go back any farther because that car's there, and that's when he takes his turn to go to the store. That's exactly what you see on the video. Michael McLaughlin...
They're showing the shooting. That's why I took it out for the record, but it's over now.
...is reacting perfectly to what happened. Now, can you argue that the defendant could have pulled out that firearm? Absolutely. We could even say that he was justified in pulling the gun. But that was it. There was no reason for him to shoot and kill Michael McLaughlin. It was over when that gun came out. So arguably, was he right in pulling the gun out? Sure, but could he have killed him? No, because he wasn't about to die. He's holding a firearm. He's holding the weapon that ends the whole thing. How could he reasonably believe he was about to die? He didn't. That's why it's not justifiable use of deadly force. You know what Marquise McLaughlin's guilty of? He's guilty of loving and trying to protect his family. And he died because of it. The defendant is guilty of manslaughter. Thank you.
State of Florida versus Michael Draka, case number 1809851CF, as to the charge of manslaughter. We, the jury, find as follows as to the defendant in this case. The defendant is guilty of manslaughter as charged.
Michael Draka's sentencing date is set for October 10th, 2019. The prosecution have asked for the maximum sentence of 30 years in prison.
He got 20.
On Thursday, July 19, 2018, at around 3:30, I received a phone call that Marquise...
This shit doesn't matter, by the way. The family feeling sad is not going to convince racist people. Like, because racist people across the board, like, don't fucking view black people as humans. They view black people as, like, violent, aggressive beings that what do you call it? That, like, of course, in an act of aggression are going to get fucking murdered. So that's why, like, me showing this footage is not going to actually change people's minds. I'm just letting you know. If they're convinced that, like, a scary, aggressive black man was attacking you, and you shot them, you got a legal kill, and the criminal justice system was fundamentally flawed in charging you for that. Fucked up. Do you know about the cop who flipped the pregnant woman's car? I don't know much about the story. Yeah. Do Michael Dunn, please. So here's the press conference where they said they couldn't arrest him because
as far as my decision not to arrest Draka, my decision is based on the requirements of Florida's stand your ground law. It is a preliminary decision about arrest and not a final decision about charges. Again, I make decisions about an arrest and the state attorney makes decisions about charges. That's our system. If charges are filed, then a judge decides whether to dismiss the case, and if not, a jury decides guilt, followed by an appellate court deciding if the prior decisions were right or wrong.
There's no instance where someone murders another human being on fucking camera and they're not like immediately removed from society because they are considered to be a danger to other people. Okay? I'm just letting you guys know that that's not how this works. Okay? Like, that's not how this works. This motherfucker he murdered someone on camera, and they fucking let him go. They were like, yeah, we can't make charges. Sorry, it's up to the state attorney. Like, we can't. Even McDaniel's about I already saw the Dahlia DiPolito. That one was really good. This is an incel interrogation? Is this new? Oh, this is different. I don't know what this is, but I feel like there's going to be shit in this that I don't want to. I don't know how safe these videos are. McDaniel 100% creepy. Where is McDaniel? Top right. Oh, this is the one, Stephen
Lauren
McDaniel.
had told her friends multiple times that she felt someone had been inside her apartment, and she also started getting an eerie vibe when she came back alone, especially late at night. It was as though she could sense something wasn't right, and she even thought about—
Sammy, pre-watched them all? No, I probably clicked on them, you fucking weirdos. When you guys send me links, I click on them, and then I don't actually end up watching them, but then YouTube shows it as though I watched them. That's how it fucking works. I did not watch this. I have no idea what this case is. I don't even know if it's safe. Is it safe? This is the first video you clicked from chat? Okay.
moving multiple times, but unfortunately never went through with it. The reality was that Stephen McDaniel had stolen a master's key from a security guard and let himself into her apartment and looked around on several occasions. He also started filming her when she would leave and return to her apartment during all hours of the day. Had Lauren been in this situation before, or even knew anyone that had, she may have trusted her intuition and unknowingly saved herself from a tragic fate. But that's the key word: trust. She had no proof of the danger she was in, only conviction, which unfortunately wasn't strong enough when it was most needed. Stephen McDaniel snuck into Lauren's apartment once more, only this time she was sleeping inside. As he crept into her bedroom, she awoke and immediately panicked once she saw the intruder. McDaniel then pounced on top of her and proceeded to strangle her for roughly 15 minutes. Lauren put up a courageous fight and clawed at her attacker's face and chest, but she was eventually overpowered and died of asphyxiation. After the murder, Stephen dismembered Lauren's body in the bathtub with a hacksaw. He cut his victim into 5 pieces, placed each piece in a trash bag, and then disposed of each of them in separate trash cans around campus. 3 days later, Lauren's concerned friends would arrive at her apartment and let themselves in with a spare key. McDaniel would notice from his window and invited himself inside as he offered to help. All of her belongings were still inside, including her cell phone, driver's license, and passport. A missing persons report was filed that night. A search party commenced the next morning, and police would discover the victim's torso at 9:40 a.m. It was placed in a trash can next to the apartment complex. The rest of the victim's remains were never recovered. The investigation was then switched from a missing person to murder. Police canvassed the surrounding area and began conducting interviews with neighbors and classmates, one of whom was Stephen McDaniel. But he was first interviewed by the local news, and at the time was unaware that part of the victim's remains had been discovered.
We're just trying to find out where she is at this point. I mean, no one has seen her since Saturday. I mean, the last time anyone heard from her was an email that she sent out, and I no one's heard from her since.
What kind of person was she? I mean, what did you see her?
I mean, she's as nice as can be. I mean, very personable, very much a people person.
Do you know anybody any enemies she might have had, somebody that might want to hurt her?
No, we just don't know where she is.
What about in the parking lot area? I know they've been doing a lot of, I think that's where they had recovered the body or whatever they recovered from there.
Body?
Had you seen anything there? Had you seen anything there? I mean, we don't know if this is the same person. You know what I mean? Like, they took out a body there earlier. We don't know if it's the same person or not. So that's how we're trying to ask people if they know.
Oh my God!
Live there. Are you okay, sir?
Oh my God!
I think I need to sit down.
Okay.
Oh!
This is most likely a genuine reaction disguised as another. He is most likely feeling a sense of fear and shock over the fact a substantial piece of evidence has been discovered. Yet he...
Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Oh my God, that's like... I mean, literally caught in 4K. His defense attorney would go on to say that it's actually not 4K. Technically, this is 720p. The cameras were not that good back then. Here you can see that it's actually black and white footage. So how can we really tell if he was distraught as a consequence of, you know, finding out a piece of information that would eventually land him in jail, Your Honor? Fuck, dude. This is like... I haven't seen someone caught on camera this fucking hard since EDP 445, dude. Holy shit. I'm gonna run that back. I gotta run that back. I'm sorry.
Do you know anybody any enemies she might have had, somebody that might want to hurt her?
No, we just don't know where she is.
What about in the parking lot area? I know they've been doing a lot of, I think that's where they had recovered the body or whatever they recovered from there.
Body?
Had you seen anything there? Had you seen anything there? I mean, we don't know if this is the same person. You know what I mean? Like, they took out a body there earlier. We don't know if it's the same person or not. So that's how we're trying to ask people if they know who lived there. Are you okay, sir?
I think I need to sit down.
Okay.
This is most likely a genuine reaction disguised as another.
Bro, that's not him being sad. That's 100% him being worried that he just got fucking caught because this idiot, like, forgot, I guess, to, you know, dump a piece of the fucking body. He's sad for himself, chatter.
He is most likely feeling a sense of fear and shock over the fact a substantial piece of evidence has been discovered. Yet he plays it off as a feeling of sorrow over the loss of his supposed friend.
I don't know anyone that would want to hurt her. She was as nice a person as there is.
Was she moving soon? Did you know anything about her?
Yeah. She was going to be moving out today. Why would anyone do this? Maybe I could have helped. I mean, they went in. We looked around the place. No sign of a struggle. No sign that anyone had broken in. Just nothing.
He was interviewed by police at 11:50 a.m. and offered to help in any way he could, yet came across as fidgety and apprehensive the entire time. There were two highlighted moments of the interview. The first was when Stephen asserted that he was a virgin, saving himself for marriage. The second was when the detective discovered scratch marks on his face and stomach, which he asserted were done by himself in his sleep. He at that point unknowingly became the prime suspect and was asked if police could search his apartment. Stephen reluctantly accepted and was then transported back to the complex with 4 other investigators. While searching his apartment, they discovered a collection of swords.
Oh my fucking God, dude. Okay, dude. Well, I already fucking don't show me anything else, dude. All right. Of course. There it is. There you fucking go, dude. Of course. I mean, this is before Reddit, or not before Reddit, but like this is before like there was an incel murderer meta
Swords, guns, toilet rolls, stockpiled provisions as if he was expecting an apocalyptic event, and a mask made out of women's underwear. The most significant discovery, however, was a pack of condoms. Stephen was asked why he would have such an item in his possession if he was staying celibate before marriage, at which point he miraculously confessed to stealing them from another apartment. This gave the detectives probable cause for arrest, and Stephen was placed in handcuffs and brought back to the police station. His interrogation began just after 11 p.m.
All right, brother. All right, brother. All right. I just got to ask you a few more questions. Okay. You came down earlier tonight, me and you talked, all right. You don't have any weapons on you, do you? No. That's just you are. What's wrong? You know I'm Detective Patterson, right?
Yes.
Do you remember, put your hands up here, you remember us talking earlier tonight, right? Yes. You remember me earlier in the day?
Yes.
When we came down here and talked a little bit and then we left?
Yes.
Okay.
The monotone dialogue and lifeless demeanor you see here reportedly started on the drive back to the police station, and the suspect's conduct throughout the entire procedure is not only mystifying, but almost impressive. This is one of the most extraordinary pieces of interrogation footage to ever reach the public domain.
I need to know about this girl right here. You know her?
Yes.
Who is that?
Lauren Giddings.
Does she live next door to you?
Yes.
When's the last time you seen her?
2 or 3 weeks ago.
Okay. Was you friends with Lauren?
Yes.
Look at me when you talk to me, son. Okay?
The suspect has morphed himself into this abnormal and extremely creepy character. Whether it's a strategy or some sort of mental breakdown is unclear. But what's incredible is that it somewhat dictates the pace of the interrogation. The detective has just closed the distance and commanded eye contact, both of which are recognized techniques to increase psychological pressure. Yet the absurdly haunting manner in which the suspect turns his head and fixes his gaze unnerves the detective to the point where he becomes the one to look away and reset his posture. This essentially never happens in interrogations, as—
Oh my fucking god, he mogged him, dude. He broke the detective's frame. That's a Sigma male, boys. That's it. That's a Sigma male.
As it can give the suspect an incredible boost in confidence.
Look at me when you talk to me, son. Okay? Was you friends with her?
Yes.
Close friends?
We were good.
I mean, y'all were friends, right? Both of y'all are law students. You're studying to be an attorney, right?
Yes.
What kind of law do you want to...
Oh my god, he broke him, dude. He literally broke him. Look at him, he's just like backs away.
Go into criminal law?
Yes.
Civil, is that what you want to do for a living?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The detective steps back from his initially aggressive strategy. He asks trivial questions for 35 seconds before attempting to ramp up the pressure in a more subtle manner.
And you've lived next to Lauren for a long time?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know where she's at tonight?
No.
Hmm?
No.
Have you ever seen her with that dress on?
No.
You have no idea where she's at?
No.
This fucking cop, dude. Oh my god, dude. He's literally like, this is like a meme of a fucking police officer, dude. Hold on now, gotta pick up a fucking phone call here. It's so dumb.
Yes. Look, just tell me what happened, brother.
I don't know.
Dude, he has not stopped looking at him. What the fuck? His arms don't move. Yo, this dude is... Lock him up, dude. Lock him up. You know what? I think that chatter who said I'd be a bad cop is so fucking wrong. I would be the best cop. I would just immediately be like, you're creepy. Your vibes are fucked. You're going to jail. I would literally lock people up for fucked vibes, okay? Which would make me the best cop. They would make me police chief in like a week, dude. They'd be like, Hassan. Well, I mean, my name wouldn't be Hassan. It'd be Hank. You're so good at vibe checking, motherfuckers. Like, you would literally, you are now the police chief.
Well, where's she at? I need you. I'm asking you for your help. I'm a detective, and I'm asking you for your help. Can you help me?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You can't help a friend out?
I don't know what you need.
I need to know where Lauren's at.
I don't know.
Do you even care that no one can find her?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know, do you?
Yes.
Oh my God, dude. Oh. Oh shit. He's mogging him, dude.
What's up with the pair of underwear that was in your apartment? That was like a mask. It was cut out like a mask, dude. You cut underwear out to look like a mask?
Yo, he's literally doing this because he wants to embarrass him. He actually is doing this. Yo, bro, motherfuckers be like, CC, please. Do you not know how to read, dude? The captions are literally down there, dude. Anyway. Sorry, I don't know how to read. Can you turn on the captions? I can't tell if the captions are on or not. Don't know how to read, but I would like you to turn them on. Okay, so the reason why the cop is bringing that up, Hank, yeah. The reason why the cop is bringing the fucking underwear up in the way that he is right now, it's not because it's a part of the it's not because of the it's a fucking part of the actual like investigation. It could be, but he's not using it as a part of the investigation. He's doing it because he wants to embarrass him a little bit, to get a reaction out of him, to break him down.
No.
Are you a knife collector or a knife person, or
No.
you just like knives?
I used to collect swords.
I mean, do you know your swords?
Yes.
I mean, to sell and trade swords?
No.
Is that how Lauren looked with the long hair the last time you seen her?
Yes.
Or that's how she looks?
Yes.
I mean, earlier today, me and you sit here and talk normal. What's going on with you now? Why are you acting like this? I need to know. Why all of a sudden you're acting like this?
I don't understand.
Okay. Earlier today, we sat here and talked.
Bro, don't say I'm fat shaming, but like, that chair is holding on, dude. That chair is the strongest thing in this room, okay? I mean, this dude is really pushing it, okay? I'm actually shocked he does not fucking break it or fall out of it in any point. I mean, he's like not sitting normally on it. You know what I mean? Like, even if he wasn't tubby, the chair would still have a hard time holding him up.
But now you're acting like you don't know what's going on.
There's two things that don't break frame in that fucking room, and one of them is the chair.
Did something happen or something to you? I mean, why are you shutting down? Why are you not talking to me?
I don't know.
You don't know? Are you scared?
No.
I mean, you're not scared, are you?
No.
Stephen's demeanor doesn't waver for the first 20 minutes, so the detective eventually takes a more distinctly aggressive approach. He attacks the subject's character to see if it might coax him out of the act and into defending his dignity.
You got your ass on that fucking news and stood out there and gave a media report that her mother saw about her missing daughter. And you want me to sit there and tell him that you don't know? Is that what you want me to tell him? Because you're all over the news. You sure stood out there and ran your mouth to the news media. But now you're gonna get out here and you don't fucking know. You know. You're just a sorry piece of shit that don't give a fuck.
Dude, this guy is the worst, dude. What the fuck? Okay, stop, dude. What the fuck, chat? Y'all are way too quick, dude. You really gonna go to the news media?
Right? Yeah. Well, why'd you tell the media everything? Do you need to see what you told the media today? Yes. It was on the 11 o'clock news. Well, I'm asking you. Tell me. I want to know.
I don't know where she is.
That ain't what you told the media. You didn't stand in front of that camera and say, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I need you to tell me what you want me to tell her mother. And then I won't ask you another thing. I'm not going to tell her mother that you don't know, because her mother saw you on the news tonight. And she cried all the way down to Macon. Because you had the balls to get on the news and tell everybody everything. So this little act that you're doing right now.
Did I missed it, I guess. What did he say to the media? Like, did he admit to doing the murder to the media? Is that what it is? Everything. No, but like what? Why is he saying he told the media? Why'd you tell the news media everything?
Ain't working with me. Okay? So you need to snap out of it and tell me what the hell happened so we can move on.
I don't know.
Well, how many times you gonna say I don't know? How many times you gonna say it? If you did something.
This one's called being a big ham technique, okay? Where you're just being as big and as ham-like as possible. And really, you don't even know if it's going to be successful or not. And it doesn't even fucking matter. You're just throwing fucking darts at a goddamn board. Kind of like when I do segues to start the ad break at the top of the hour. Every hour. And not a single one of you, not one person knew that it was coming. Yes. Yes. Oh. Yeah, it's not at the top of the hour, bitch. Let's go, dude. Let's fucking go. Yeah, I did it 12 minutes early. Yeah, you're too busy. Let me find another meme that streamer will take a look at and laugh. Woo! Top of the hour, baby. 60-second ad break. If you'd like to no longer see the ads, all you need to do is subscribe. You can do it for $5, or you can subscribe for free. A motherfucking Twitch Prime, baby. Okay, here's the ad break now, boys. So much fun, dude. Multiplayer ad poll. What are you excited to attend once vaccinated? Twitch will reward 5 bits to the creator for your vote. Sporting events, concerts, happy hour, parties. Okay, I'm gonna take a look at what the fucking ads are. What the ad. 184 votes. 350 votes. 551 votes. 739 votes. 1,000 votes. 36% said concerts, 30% said parties, 60% said happy hour, 18% said sporting events. I said, what did I say? I said concerts won. Listen, I have to fucking switch it on you. I have to say before the top of the hour.
That you regret. You need to let me know.
Subscribers have no idea what I'm talking about. Those who see ads now, like Twitch changed it. Ads are like multiplayer ads or some shit where they like make you fucking answer a Okay, guys, stop. Okay, we're done. We're done. Stop.
I didn't.
Well, who did?
I don't know.
Whether it was planned or not, the second detective enters the room with a similar strategy of immediate aggression. Rapport development seems to have been collectively thrown by the wayside.
What's up, buddy? Did you talk to him about his guns?
Yeah.
When was the last time you shot those guns?
I haven't.
You've never shot a gun?
No.
Have you ever shot any gun in your whole life?
No.
Never.
No.
What is this? The fucking bad cop, fat cop technique? Like, what are they doing? It's just like both cops are bad. They're just... I don't know what's happening, dude. It's just like...
So you bought 3 guns that you've never shot?
Yes.
Why?
To have.
For what?
To have.
For what?
For what? I'm asking for what? Why do you want to have them? What makes... Did they give you... I mean, tell me why it's important to you to have 3 guns.
Wait, why? What are you, some fucking pussy libtard, dude? What kind of fucking question is this, dude? This guy has way too southern of an accent to be, like, upset that... This guy has way too southern of an accent to be upset that a motherfucker owns an artillery. Or, you know what I mean? An arsenal, sorry. And not artillery.
That's an easy question. Come on, talk to me, buddy. Me and you talked all day today. We ain't had a problem communicating. Why is it important for you to have 3 guns?
Why do you only have 3? What the fuck's wrong with you? You should have at least 15.
Do you not know?
No.
You say you don't know where Lauren is, right?
Right.
You told me earlier you and Lauren were friends, right?
Yes.
How would you describe y'all's relationship?
She was my friend.
She was your friend. What? Did you ever do things for her? Did she ever do things for you? What did she ever do for you?
We talked.
We talked. What y'all talk about?
News.
The news? Okay. How many times have you been in her apartment with her hanging out?
I don't know.
You don't know? If you had to guess, what was just, I mean, 1 time, 2 times, 3 times what?
Maybe 2.
Maybe 2? See, if I had only been somewhere twice, I could remember that. If I had been there over 50 times and you asked me how many times I've been, like, I don't know, a lot. But the fact that you've only been there twice, when I say how many times you've been there, you say you don't know, that's just odd to me. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
That does make sense. So what I'm saying right now makes sense.
No.
Listen here. I'm a mad dog with a fat hog, okay? I don't know why, like, Mullet Man is playing the wild card routine. They call me wild card out here around these parts. You hear me?
Lauren's missing. This pretty little girl right here, your neighbor, she's missing.
Much like Detective 1, Detective 2 now valiantly moves in for the psychological charge. He closes the distance and locks eye contact. His physical demeanor, alongside...
At that point, didn't the cop already know that, like, they found her fucking body?